In the heart of Silicon Valley, a place built on big dreams and billion-dollar ideas, a young man named Alexandr Wang quietly carved out his path. While many tech founders sought attention with flashy product launches or bold claims, Alexandr took a different approach. He avoided the spotlight and chose to focus on something much more challenging, solving real problems through deep, focused work. At just 28, he built Scale AI, a company that has become a behind-the-scenes powerhouse in the world of artificial intelligence. But his journey didn't begin in a bustling tech hub. It began in a quiet corner of New Mexico. But Alexandr grew up in Los Alamos, a small town with a big scientific legacy. It's famously home to the Los Alamos National Laboratory, the birthplace of the atomic bomb during the Manhattan Project, led by J. Robert Oppenheimer. Surrounded by a community of scientists, engineers, and researchers, Alexandr was immersed from an early age in a culture of curiosity and innovation. His parents, both physicists who worked at the National Lab, nurtured his natural love for numbers and problem solving. While other kids might have spent their free time riding bikes or playing video games, Alexandr was captivated by math puzzles and computer code. By the time he reached high school, he was competing in national coding and math competitions, earning recognition for both his brilliance and his calm determination. That focus eventually took him to MIT, where he studied machine learning and artificial intelligence, fields that would soon become the core of his life's work. But Alexandr didn't wait for a degree or a corporate title to start making an impact. Instead, he leaped, dropping out to build Scale AI. It was a risk, but one grounded in clarity of purpose and belief in the future of AI. But during his time at MIT, Alexandr realized that he didn't want to just study ideas in a classroom. He wanted to build something real. He started thinking deeply about how important data is for AI. He believed that if data could be properly organized and labeled, it could help AI systems learn faster and become smarter. This idea became the foundation for Scale AI, the company he would go on to create. His story shows that sometimes the biggest changes come from quiet passion and the bravery to follow your path. Alexandr Wang didn't wait to finish college to make his mark on the world. At just 19 years old, he made a decision that most would consider risky. He dropped out of MIT. But he wasn't dropping out to take a break. He had a bold vision. Alexandr wanted to build something real, something that could change the future of technology. That vision turned into a company called Scale AI. The idea behind Scale AI was simple to understand, but powerful in impact. Help companies train their AI models by providing them with high-quality, accurately labeled data. It's the kind of data AI systems need to learn and perform well. Without it, even the smartest models fall short. Alexandr believed that as artificial intelligence advanced, the demand for clean, organized data would become critical. In the beginning, things were far from easy. Alexandr Wang, along with his co-founder Lucy Guo, started working out of a tiny, modest office space. No big team, no luxury setups, just long days and even longer nights. They spent their time writing code, refining their platform. Most people didn't even understand what data labeling meant, let alone why it would one day be essential for artificial intelligence. Some meetings ended with polite smiles, others with blank stares or outright rejections. But Alexandr stayed focused. He believed deeply in the value of their work. A breakthrough came when Scale AI secured a contract with a self-driving car company. These vehicles rely on massive amounts of labeled images like roads, signs, pedestrians, and obstacles to navigate safely. Scale AI's platform could label this data quickly and accurately, saving companies valuable time and resources. That project became proof of concept and helped them gain trust in the AI industry. It wasn't long before more companies started paying attention. One key supporter was Adam D'Angelo, the CEO and co-founder of Quora and a former CTO of Facebook. Adam was an early investor and advisor, recognizing Scale AI's potential in transforming the way machines learn. His support brought credibility and opened doors to deeper conversations in the tech world. With backing from someone of Adam's stature, Alexandr's vision gained serious momentum. What started in a cramped office with just an idea and a few passionate people eventually grew into a cornerstone of the AI revolution. Today, Scale AI works with top tech giants, defense agencies, and logistics companies, all relying on high-quality data to fuel the future of smart machines. What Scale AI does. To grasp what Scale AI does, you first have to understand how AI learns. It doesn't just wake up one day knowing what a cat looks like or how to respond to a question. It needs examples, lots of them. So if you want an AI to recognize a cat, you need to feed it thousands of labeled images that say, "This is a cat." That's the kind of foundational work Scale AI specializes in. Scale AI takes raw data, images, videos, text, even 3D scans, and turns them into something useful by labeling them with precise, accurate information. It's a mix of human insight and advanced tools working together to give AI systems the high-quality examples they need to learn. Whether it's teaching a chatbot how to carry on a natural conversation or helping a self-driving car understand the difference between a stop sign and a pedestrian, some of the company's biggest partnerships speak volumes about its importance. They've worked with OpenAI to help train models like ChatGPT by supplying the carefully labeled data that makes those tools smarter and more helpful. They've partnered with Tesla to support self-driving technology, providing the kind of image and video labeling that helps cars safely navigate real-world streets. Even the US government has turned to Scale AI, especially for analyzing satellite images and improving national security tools through better data. While Scale AI doesn't grab headlines like some tech giants, its work is quietly powering some of the most advanced technologies shaping our world today. It's the engine behind the scenes, rarely noticed, but essential. Business model and growth. So, how does Scale AI make money? It's pretty straightforward at its core. Companies come to Scale when they need massive amounts of data labeled and organized to train their AI systems. Whether it's tagging millions of images, sorting through text, or helping a self-driving car understand the world through 3D data. Scale delivers clean, accurate data sets at high speed and scale. That's its business, turning raw data into something I can learn from. What started as a scrappy idea in Alexandr Wang's head soon caught the eye of investors. After going through Y Combinator, the same accelerator behind giants like Airbnb and Dropbox, Scale began landing bigger contracts. Alexander's quiet confidence and clear vision helped raise millions from some of Silicon Valley's top venture capital firms, including Accel, Index Ventures, and Founders Fund. Today, Scale AI is valued at over $7 billion, and its client list includes major tech players, government agencies, and logistics companies who all need one thing: better data, delivered fast. What sets Scale apart is its flexibility, and at the heart of it all is Alexandr Wang, still driven by the same curiosity and determination that got him started, leading a company that's quietly shaping the AI revolution from behind the scenes. Impact on the AI industry. It wouldn't be a stretch to say that Scale AI is one of the most important, but often overlooked players in today's AI revolution. While tech giants like Google and Microsoft grab headlines with their shiny new AI tools, they all rely on something far less glamorous but essential: high-quality data. That's where Scale AI quietly steps in. The company makes it easier for businesses, big and small, to access clean, accurate, and precisely labeled data. Without that, AI simply doesn't work the way it should. A decade ago, only the biggest tech firms with massive in-house teams could afford to organize data at scale. Even a small startup can train world-class AI models without needing a data army. That's a huge shift. Opportunities across industries, from powering self-driving cars and surgical robots to helping defense systems make faster decisions. Scale's work shows up in the real world in meaningful ways, and it all traces back to Alexandr Wang's vision. He didn't just build a company, he tackled one of AI's biggest bottlenecks: messy, unreliable data. By solving that, he helped to turn AI from a futuristic theory into something practical, powerful, and ready to improve lives. It's not just about feeding machines data, it's about doing it right. And Alexandr understood that before most people even realized it was a problem. Lessons for entrepreneurs. There's a lot we can take away from Alexandr Wang's journey, but one of the most powerful lessons is that you don't have to wait for the perfect moment to start. Wang didn't wait to finish his degree, land a prestigious job, or assemble a massive team before launching Scale AI. He noticed a huge gap in the AI space, clean, well-labeled data, and dared to go after it, even when the world hadn't fully caught on to just how critical that problem was. Another defining trait of Wang's success is his razor-sharp focus. Instead of chasing every shiny new opportunity, he locked in on one unglamorous but incredibly important challenge: data labeling. While others got swept up in the hype of AI applications, he worked quietly behind the scenes on the building blocks that make those applications possible. He saw where the future was heading and committed to solving the problem that would matter most in the long run. I wasn't an overnight success. Like most startups, it faced its fair share of doubts, rejections, and difficult months. But Wang and his team kept pushing forward. They believed deeply in their mission and kept refining their product step by step until the world began to catch up. That persistence, staying the course when it's hard, is a hallmark of real innovation. Perhaps most inspiring of all is how Wang turned an overlooked problem into a transformative solution. While many entrepreneurs aim for the spotlight, he chose to solve the kind of issue that most people didn't even realize existed. And in doing so, he quietly helped shape the direction of the entire AI industry. Alexandr Wang's story is a reminder that real impact often comes from solving the tough, unseen problems that others ignore. From his early beginnings in Los Alamos, New Mexico, to becoming one of the youngest billionaires in tech, Wang's path has been defined by clarity, courage, and commitment. Scale AI isn't just another tech company, it's the backbone behind some of the smartest AI systems shaping our world today. And as artificial intelligence continues to grow in power and presence, the kind of foundational work that Wang has championed becomes even more vital. His journey offers a roadmap for future innovators. Stay focused, start early, work with purpose, and don't be afraid to tackle the messy stuff. That's where the real change happens.